Hello everyone. Mic check 1 2 1 2. So this is motorsport progression, and I'm back again with another video. So this video is gonna talk about the testing day 3, the afternoon session, the PM session, the final classification for testing at the Bahrain International Circuit. So that's the Friday, the 28th of February. So testing started on the 26th of February, and it ended it started on a Wednesday, and then you had a Thursday session as well, and then you had a Friday session, the 28th of February. So on a Wednesday, I remember it was Lando Norris who was quickest. On a Thursday, it was Carlos Sainz who was quickest, and then now I'm gonna bring you the Friday results, the overall results, the afternoon session. Okay. So in number one, you had George Russell in the Mercedes, who had a 1 minute 29 seconds, 5.1 minute 29 seconds, 0.545, and he completed 91 laps. And in second position, you had Max Verstappen in a Red Bull, who was 0.021 seconds off the pace, and he had 81 laps. So he was just about 2 thousandths of a second off. But I just want to say that that session, Max was leading, like he set the time the whole session, and then just about the last 20 minutes or 30 minutes, or George Russell were putting a fast lap to snatch the fastest time. So Max did well there. He did well there on the Friday session. He showed that the Red Bull does still have the pace when they need to. And in third position, you had Alexander Albon in the Williams. He was a 0.105 seconds off the pace. And it shows that William do have some pace as well, and he completed 136 laps. That's the most laps completed on that day, and I'm sure he done the full session. And then so Carlos took a day off because Carlos completed a full day the previous day. Okay, in fourth position you had Oscar Piastri in the McLaren. He was a 0.395 seconds off the top time with 84 laps. In fifth position, you had Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, who was 0.495 seconds off the pace, and he had 83 laps as well. He had 83 laps, sorry. In sixth position, you had Lewis Hamilton with he was 0.8 seconds off that time, and he had 47 laps. But he set he done the morning session, and sorry, he done the afternoon session, but in the morning session, it was his teammate that was quickest. Okay, we're coming up to that, and so I'm not sure why Ferrari was 0.8 seconds off the top time. I'm not too sure about that. It just maybe they need to pick up the pace a little bit, or maybe they were working on other simulations or mid fuel or high fuel. I'm not too sure about that. Okay, we have in seventh position you have Yuki Tsunoda on the Racing Bull, and they had 0.952. He had a 0.9. It was 0.952 seconds off the pace, and he had 87 laps. In eighth position, you had Esteban Ocon in the Haas, and he was 1.183 seconds off the pace, and he had 102 laps. In ninth position, you had Charles Leclerc, who was 1.266 seconds off the top time. He had 66 laps. In 10th position, you had Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes. He was 1.343 seconds off the top time of his teammate George Russell with 61 laps. Obviously, Kimi is very young. I think he's about 17 or 18. So he's got a lot to learn. He's very quick, but he's got a lot to learn. And then in 11th position, you got Lando Norris in the McLaren, who was 1.398 seconds off the top time with 57 laps. But Piastri had a better time on that day than Lando, but Piastri was closer to the front. And I'm sure Lando competed in the morning session as well. So obviously the track evolved cooler conditions for the evening session. Okay, in 12th position, you had Jack Doohan in the Alpine, who was 1.694 seconds off the pace with 61 laps. In 13th, you had Lance Stroll, who was 2.154 seconds off the top time with 34 laps. In 14th position, you had Nico Hulkenberg in a kick bar, who was 2.181 seconds off the pace with 69 laps. In the 15th position, you had Isaac Hadjar in a racing ball, who was 2.216 seconds off the pace with 76 laps. In 16th position, you had Fernando Alonso in Aston Martin, who was 2.539 seconds off the top time with 82 laps. In 17th position, you had Gabriel Bortoleto in a Cake Sauber, who was 2.602 seconds off the top time with 38 laps. And then in 18th position, you had Oliver Behrman in a Haas F1, who was 2.816 seconds off the pace with 59 laps. So the drivers that did not compete in the session was Carlos Sainz in a Williams and Liam Lawson in a Red Bull. So Max had to complete a full day, and then you had what's his name again? Alexander Albon had to complete a full day. But surprisingly, the Williams look very quick. And also, I must emphasize on this that Carlos Sainz's time in the Williams on the second day was the quickest time in testing on the overall weekend. And that's quite impressive, for Williams to be at the top like that. Now they just need to set up the car where it can go for 80 laps and that will still being quick. Williams could win a race this season if other people make mistakes and they don't get the whisk together. Williams could win a race this season because it looks like they have the pace. I mean, from what I can see in the timings, it looks like they have the pace, and obviously the top teams are always going to be the top teams. You got Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull. They're always going to be the top teams, but it looks like Williams can break into that. And then Alpine look quite quick as well. The Racing Bulls, they look quite quick as well. And yeah, so peeps, I'm going to wrap it up here. That's the final day of testing, the PM session, the final classification. So that's the 28th of February. And yeah, overall, it probably was a good testing session for all the teams. They learn a lot. They got loads of data, and then they can interpretate it for the first Grand Prix of the season, which will be in Australia from the, was it from the, hold on, from the 14th of March to the 16th of March. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Sorry, I got to give you the leaderboard again. So number one, you had George Russell. Number two, you had Max Verstappen. Number three, you had Alexander Albon. Number four, you had Oscar Piastri. Number five, you had Pierre Gasly. Number six, you had Lewis Hamilton. Number seven, you had Yuki Tsunoda. Number eight, you had Esteban Ocon. Number nine, you had Charles Leclerc. Number 10, you had Kimi Antonelli. Number 11, you had Lando Norris. Number 12, you had Jack Doohan. Number 13, you had Lance Stroll. Number 14, you had Nico Hulkenberg. Number 15, you had Isaac Hadjar. Number 16, you had Fernando Alonso. Number 17, you had Gabriel Bortoleto. And number 18, you have Oliver Behrman. So, peeps, I just want to say thank you for your support. Please don't forget to subscribe and then hit the notification bell as well. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to drop your comments below. If you got any questions, don't forget to drop it below and I will answer you. And don't forget to share the video as well on your various social media platforms as well, so other people can gain the knowledge. Click on another video to check out more of the content that I've made. And also, don't forget to come back on the channel to check out the new content as well. So I just want to say thank you, everyone, for the support that you've shown, and I'm gonna move on to the next one. Yeah, so it's on to the next. Thank you.